The time's 9 o'clock. We'll call the meeting, the zoning committee to order. Um, Carisha, can you please call the roll?
Benjamin Connors, Sr. Benjamin Connors, Sr., are you online? Okay. Jim Schultz?
Here.
Gary Eater?
Here.
Pat Kinney?
Here.
And Paul Wilharm. Is Paul Wilharm online? Thank you.
Okay, 3 of the 5 members are here. We do have a quorum. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Is there anybody online for public comment? Hearing none, we'll move to electing a chair. I will take nominations for chair.
This is Pat. I'll nominate Paul Wilharm.
Are there any other nominations for chair? Hearing none, do we have a second for Mr. Wilharm?
This is Jim. I'll second the motion.
Any debate?
What's a non-debatable motion?
Yeah, that's true. All right, all in favor of electing Paul chair?
Aye.
Okay, Paul is chair. Since he's not here, now we'll take vice chair up. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
This is Pat. I'll nominate Gary.
Are there any other nominations for vice chair? Hearing none, all in favor of Mr. Eater being vice chair?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Gary, it's your meeting.
Approval of an agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Jim will make a motion to approve today's agenda.
Pat will second.
Any questions or talk on the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Approval of the minutes. Approval of the zoning and land committee meeting minutes from February 17th, 2026. We got a motion for that?
This is Pat. I'll make the motion, then I have a comment.
Jim will second.
What's your comment, Pat?
On section 7B, second to the last line, it ends with a minimal charge of $20 per hour. So Brittany, when we approved this, the previous document, when it was $15, it said $15 per hour. This was back in February. That per hour should come out of that. So the minimum charge here, we're up to $20 now. The board approved the $20, but it should be just $20 for a minimal charge. And that per hour should come out. And when it was approved at the board, I made that comment too. So if you or someone else can make sure it just minimum charge of $20. And then just as a note, $45 per hour is 75 cents a minute. And so if you get to 26 minutes, 40 seconds, that's when you hit the $20 mark. So basically 27 minutes or more, you're using the $45 hourly rate, and 27 minutes or under, you're using that $20. So we don't want someone, I don't want someone coming into an office and saying, hey, why don't you charge me $15 per hour? No, it's $20 now, flat. Okay.
Any other
Thanks,
comment?
Pat. I just real quickly, I will double check what the ordinance or what the fee schedule has, and I will make sure that it's correct there.
Yeah, it is $20 now, but it was $15 per hour, but that per hour should have never been there. And when it came to the board last time, it still had that per hour there. So I just want to make sure that per hour comes out after what is now $20.
Yeah, it is live on the GIS website, so I'll check that out and make sure that it's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any other discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, got a motion and a second. All in favor of approving the minutes from the February 17th meeting, say aye.
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 Motion carried. Zoning discussion and action items.
Okay, on your, the next 3 pages, you'll see the permits for February, March, and April. It's like in February, there was $3,075 brought in. April was $12,765. See, I skipped to March. March was 7,500. Just for a little comparison from 2025 to 2026. In these 3 months, there was 54 permits issued in 25, and there's 61 in 26. So we're a little ahead of the average in the last 3 months. Yep, February, March, and April.
Does anybody have any questions in regards to the monthly spreadsheets? Pat?
I just have a comment. So on the left, it says 4 committee members. And is there a reason that we put in? there
Yes.
4 committee members?
So my normal spreadsheet is a lot larger. It shows where the permit cost went into which account, and it made it quite small to read. And so in order to make the font larger, I took those columns out and I hid them. And I just have the total permit cost, how much they paid, the type of permit, when it was issued, the permit number, and how they paid.
Could we change, instead of using the words 4 committee members, could we put either just eliminate those words or February 2026? We just leave it at like February 20.
I could remove those, yes.
Yeah, and the reason I mention that is when it says 4 committee members, I have this bit of a reaction that says, okay, if I'm not a committee member, I shouldn't be looking at this. So in my work experience, I could access lots of things, but unless I had a legal reason to look at something, I should stay out of it, you know?
That makes
And
sense.
so I just, we might have someone looking at this and saying, okay, that's not for me, it's for committee members. I'm not supposed to look, even though I can look. I wouldn't want someone to feel like they're into something they shouldn't be into.
And I can check to see if I can update this packet after the meeting to
Yeah,
change
so-
the words.
Or just.
Or for the
eliminate- or
future.
Just eliminate those words, or just some other words.
That sounds good.
Otherwise you feel like you're into something you shouldn't be into.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's just when I had, it was probably 6 columns in there, and it made the orientation quite long, and it was really hard to read. And in order to make it larger and more visible to the public and for everybody, I just removed those because realistically, it's the same as the total permit cost. It's just the breakdown.
Yeah, but we want the public to feel like it's okay for them to.
Definitely. Thank you for your comment. It's on the left-hand side where, yep, it's how I attached it.
Any other comments? How's your pie, Jim? Is it staying down good?
Yes.
You got anything else for us, Bruce? Okay, moving on to land description discussion action items.
Okay. So for our list of tax deed notices, this is still the notices we served last year on the delinquent 2022 tax. So now that the 90 days to serve notice and for them to pay has expired on a lot of these. That's the reason why we have so many highlighted that are up for foreclosure. The only notable changes since I had sent this out was that on page 5, Anthony Mitchell paid his off, so that will no longer be subject to foreclosure. And then on page 7, John Kozup also paid and is no longer subject to foreclosure. Yes. There should be page numbers on the bottom of the tax deed notice part of the packet.
It's on page 6 of the PDF of your packet and yeah,
Oh. Okay. Okay, my bad.
so I have a question. How many of the properties that we've taken have been sold already?
From our last batch
Yeah.
that we were selling, all of them except for 4. So I think, oh gosh, I don't know how many we had, at least 12 or 15. We have, yes, we have 4 properties left from the last batch that have not sold yet. I know one of them has an offer ready to go if we approve the new prices in the next item. So then that would be down to 3. Any questions on these? On the list or on the parcels that are highlighted yellow? Okay,
Are you requesting action from the committee on any of these highlighted properties?
I was just about to ask, could I have a motion to proceed with tax foreclosure on the properties on the list highlighted in yellow, which includes parcels owned by Robert Altman, Daryl Daniel Wages, Thomas Granda, Ronald and Nancy Turner, Dale and Rosalie Baker, KK's Rentals, Joshua and Megan Rogers, Laverne and George Becker Revocable Trust, Lands for Recreation Limited, Alexander Warshall, Ashley Babeshko, Matthew Remick, Matthew and Maria Remick, RCE Ltd, Kenneth White, Jeff Belaney, and that's it.
I'll make a motion to publish the ones highlighted in yellow for sale.
To foreclose.
To foreclose, yeah,
Yep.
Except for the 2 that paid up.
except for the 2 that paid up, yeah.
Jim will second that motion.
Any discussion? Jim? No comments or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed, say nay. Motion carried.
so Jen, now that that motion's been approved, would it be the next zoning meeting that we would come back with a recommendation on prices for these?
Correct. So what I will do is, go through and actually draft the tax deed and that kind of thing, record it to actually get them in the county's name. I will probably right after this meeting, send an email to Tony with a list of all these parcels so he can prepare prices. And then hopefully by the next meeting, we can get some of these listed for sale and approve the prices at the next meeting. Okay. So next up, the revising land sale listing prices. So, just to make this one easier, I just created a little list of the parcels we have remaining that we own, with their descriptions, year of tax deed, that kind of thing. In the second rightmost column is the current price, what we currently have them listed at. Tony came back to me and wanted to revise those prices, as shown in that next column over. So I would be seeking a motion to approve these amended prices for sale.
This is Pat. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it. Any questions or discussion? Pat?
You know, on landlocked parcels, if you can find a buyer, so often you're doing well.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, they go for less, roughly half in many cases. But I know of a case right now in Bayfield County, 120 acres landlocked, and none of the neighbors are willing to buy it or give access.
Yeah.
The guy just can't sell. He's complaining about paying his taxes, so that it is what it is on landlocked. So I'm glad we can sell something landlocked.
And I've, just a little side note, I've been very pleased with Tony and his ability to get, because some of these were definitely landlocked, and his ability to get those sold.
Is Jim on that back page with some of these price listings there? Where do you go? It's under hello, the second paragraph, although there was a full price offer at that address. The realtor feels that he recommends reducing it. Is there any comment on that, specifics, the reason why? Just because there hasn't been much interest or?
Yeah, he states there that full price offer fell through. I don't recall the specifics of why it fell through. But since that offer was made, I believe it was several months ago, but since that offer was made, there hasn't been any interest in it at the price that it's currently at, which is why he recommended lowering it a little bit.
Any other questions? We got a motion and a second. All in favor of passing this motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Now we move on to number 7, schedule next meeting date. How soon you need one, Jen?
I'm not entirely sure. I guess that probably depends on how quickly Tony can get some prices back to me on these ones that we'll foreclose on, as well as I mean, it's a pretty big list, so I'll be busy drafting some tax deeds. So it might be a little while. Maybe we could play it by ear. And
I was just going to say, maybe Jen and I could be in discussion,
Right.
and then we can be in contact with the committee members and discuss a date and time.
Works
So
for-
to be determined.
for me. Works for me.
Okay, sounds great.
Now we need a motion to adjourn.
Jim will make that motion to adjourn.
Pat will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 No discussion.